Alright, here we are with our second series of the night. Apologize for the long delay, but, didn't exactly have a choice in the matter. We took a look at this draft thus far. IG, they've banned out Nyx, Lifestealer, Shadow Fiend, Monkey King. They've picked up Magnus, Ember Spirit, Crystal Maiden this time around. And then for CDEC, they've picked up Rubik, Ursa, Invoker, now Kunkka, while banning out Lena, Tinker, Ricky, and Earth Spirit. So they've got their two supports, a 5 Rubik, a 4 Kunkka, safe lane Ursa, mid Invoker. So they need an off laner for CDEC. Centaur still available, and that's what comes to mind. And for IG, they've picked up Magnus and Ember Spirit Juggernaut, which is a solid combination. It's interesting. Magnus, he's very good with Juggernaut. It's an easy pairing. It's going to be burning on the Juggernaut. Magnus is going to be played by XXS, and that's one of his better heroes. It's one of his best heroes, actually. And with Crystal Maiden, we saw Crystal Maiden with Kunkka, and we saw Crystal Maiden with Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit obviously banned out, and Kunkka picked up by CDC. I know Tusk isn't the most amazing hero, and I've brought it up in the last series too, but I do actually like Tusk and Crystal Maiden. I think the two of them together are very solid. So we'll have to see how that is, and if they want to go that direction, I like it because Ice Shards and Snowball are big early. You get that Snowball in with the Ice Shards, especially with Frostbite, you can get yourself an easy kill. So they ban out the Treant. Treant's been picked up lately too, which is a pretty solid position 4. And it would work well with Empower, so that should have been nice. But offlane is needed for CDEC. Centaur still on the board. We didn't see it do too well in the second game for IGV against Vici, and now with IG with their position 4, maybe we see something. Maybe we see a Pudge come out for IG. They need a position 4. They need someone who can roam around well. Nyx does fit that. Nyx fits that bill. Pudge fits that bill. And that would be pretty well with those two roamers. Someone who goes around with Crystal Maiden efficiently, I think, is Tusk. And I think that should be pretty good. So, IG, 10 seconds left. Let's see what they go with in their position 4. Could see a Ricky come out. Night Stalker. Alright, Night Stalker is solid. He's a solid 4. Use that first Night to your advantage with the Crippling Fear and the Void. That definitely opens up the ability for Juggernaut to get a couple of kills. With the Crystal Maiden, it's a solid amount of lockdown. And now Abaddon, or Abaddon, I say Abaddon. I'm pretty sure I know that's not right, but I said that in the beginning, and that was it. I just continue to say that. So, Abaddon, Kunkka, Invoker, Ursa, Rubik. That's an off-lane Abaddon with Invoker mid, Ursa safe lane, Kunkka 4, Rubik 5. For IG, that's going to be Ember mid, Juggernaut safe lane, Magnus off lane, Night Stalker 4, Crystal Maiden as your hard support 5. I like this draft from IG. CDEC, Abaddon, the win rate wasn't exactly amazing at DAC. It does do well when given the opportunity. I do like the combination, however, of Abaddon, Rubik, Kunkka, Ursa, Invoker. I think there's a lot of opportunity for chase with them. You've got and a lot of opportunity for some early kills. Obviously, X marks the spot's going to bring these heroes back on IG. Rubik with the telekinesis early, and the soul that can come out from Abaddon is very nice. Ursa, you're going to be wanting to get those phase boots early with a blink dagger, so you can kind of close the gap on these heroes on IG. So we'll have to see how IG kind of handle that. In terms of team fight, obviously Invoker always pretty heavy in the team fight. You're going to be looking for the Tornado, the Meatball, EMP to kind of drown out these heroes of IG. And for IG, it kind of relies on the Blink and the RP that's going to come from XXS. You're going to have the Empower there for the Juggernaut. He's probably going to come in with a Omni Slash, and that'll be most of their team fight. So we're here for game 1. Take a look at who's playing what. We've got Baboka on the Night Stalker, OP mid with that Ember Spirit, Q going to be on the Crystal Maiden, Burning on the Juggernaut, and then finally take a look over at XXS on the Magnus. For the other side of CDEC, we've got Demons playing the Rubik with Ursa by Flyby. Shade is going to be playing the Invoker mid. June is going to be the Kunkka, and then Sep is going to be Abaddon. So we'll take a look at if there's any aggression that'll come out from IG. There's definitely some opportunity to have some aggression, but you know, usually most teams, if they don't have constant stuns, which CDEC do, they kind of sit back and just take these bounty runes, and that's about it. I do like the Kunkka. I like Boat against a couple of these heroes on IG. Probably would have worked better with a Magnus on your team, but you don't get that luxury, unfortunately. I do think that Empower is going to be a huge deal here in the mid game with IG with Ember Spirit and Juggernaut, who have a bit of a boost in farm moving forward. So we'll have to take a look. They're actually going to send Baboka and Q up top, and that is some huge opportunity for kills. Q going to be taking that Frostbite early. Baboka hasn't skilled anything. I would assume it's going to be the Void, so that's a bunch of slow, a bunch of lockdown for them, and they can use that with the Blade Fury. That might net them a couple of kills, so they're going to have to watch out. There's the slow already. The Aphotic Shield is used. There's the Frostbite. He's going to get the Blade Fury out on Sip. Sip's going to try and run away. He's coming over towards his jungle, but Baboka already here. A couple more shots. There it is again with another Void, and a first blood goes the way of IG. So this is lower bracket. IG got sent down to the lower bracket the other day. And that with that first blood, it already looks pretty good for them against CDEC. Burning, he gets himself that first blood kill. That's a bunch of gold going his way. And again, this lane has a lot of potential for kills early on. You've got Q with the Frostbite, the Void coming out from Baboka, as well as the Blade Fury. And CDEC, they're going to have to back off and really kind of take this a bit carefully. As we take a look over mid, OP should be okay in this mid lane. Really no advantage for OP as Shade. I think with a good Invoker, you should be able to take advantage in this lane. OP is a pretty good mid. So you take a look down bottom, you've got Flyby, of course, on that Ursa, and then Demons on the Rubik. So there's potential for kills there with Rubik's Telekinesis if they can get it nicely on XXS, especially with Kunkka if he does come towards bottom, if he gets X marks the spot at level 2. So they do get the Frostbite out on Sep. He's going to use that Aphotic Shield. They're going to have to try and break that a bit earlier, or if they could just force that out from him time and time again, and even just one more time, he'll be out of mana, and they'll be able to make that play again, in which case they should be able to get the Void as well as the Frostbite. Meanwhile, June is going to get himself a courier kill with that haste. So he gets the courier kill, he gets the bounty rune. That's a good start. So XXS, he's here in the off lane up against Ursa. Ursa having an alright time. 12-4 in the early goings, looking for those phase boots. Take a look down low. And there it is. June going for the X marks the spot. He's got the telekinesis, going to pull him back. Let's see if they can do anything with it. There's the Earthshock. A couple more shots should do it with the Fade Bolt. And there is the kill. And they don't actually have Fade Bolt. He never got the Fade Bolt off. So no Fade Bolt on Rubik, just the Telekinesis. He had not taken it yet, but it's going to be a kill going the way of CDEC. And in the early goings, just one apiece 3 minutes in. So There's the telekinesis. XXS is actually going to have a skewer to push back. Flyby, no rotations coming in just yet. Just going to continue to hit away at XXS. No kill going either way for CDEC or IG. And let's take a look over mid as we do see a rotation from June. Has X marks the spot, plus the Torrent not going to hit it on OP, so they're not going to go in on this Ember Spirit just yet. And he does have Flame Guard up, so it would be a hard kill and a hard sell for him. Take a look up top. Burning just having an easy time. They forced out this Abaddon, and he's going to have to sit over here in the jungle with that Iron Talon, just continuing to try and get himself some farm. He's going to have the Aphotic Shield to try and burst it down, but Boca's over here with the Void. He's going to use the Aphotic Shield. Now he's out of mana. He's trying to run away, but Boca continuing to chase him down. No Crippling Fear. Set pretty speedy. Now Void up again. 2 more shots, and that'll be a kill for Boca, as it's now 2-1 for IG. So 2-1, 4 minutes in, a nice easy kill. He was forced to go over to the jungle. They knew that was his positioning. And with that, it's an easy kill in the nighttime for Boca on this Night Stalker. So set back up top, 2 in Aphotic Shield, 2 in Curse of Avernus, and then we take a look over at Burning. He's got 2 in that Blade Fury, 1 in the Healing Ward, and 1 in his crit, so have to see how Burning plays this out, and how especially this Abaddon plays it out, because with Crystal Maiden, again with the Night Stalker around, they're going to have some trouble going further, and Boca, he's ready to go in on Flyby. Let's take a look, and actually he makes his way over mid with the TP. So, still no Crippling Fear, but just 2 in Void, and that's a big slow. He's actually going to run into June. June going to take a couple of shots. He's going to try and run away from Boca. I don't think he's going to chase him down, not hitting hard enough to really go for that kill. It's in the nighttime, but really not much more following that up. So, Seps here, he's got full mana. Now, not anymore, forcing out that Aphotic Shield. They'll come in with the Void. They'll get the Frostbite. Here comes the Blade Fury from Burning. And the 2-man Torrent is there with the Fade Bolt, but they're not looking for much more. They're actually going to get the Telekinesis with the X marks the spot. They'll bring Boca back under tower, but with the nighttime, 6 minutes in, he should be able to run off, and the Healing Ward from Burning is going to keep him alive. So 3-1 already for IG. They're leading the way. We switched over the net worth early, as we do see that Burning is up in the net worth by 400 over this Ursa. And Flyby, he's had pretty much an open lane for himself. XXS is here, but not really deterring this Ursa from going in for farm that much. So IG should have an easy time with these leads with all their cores going into it, but they don't have that kind of lead. XSS is only sitting at about 1,500 gold. Take a look over at OP. He's doing all right on that Ember. The Invoker does lead the way, and it is Boots and Null Talisman for Shade. So we'll see what IG can do. They've gotten themselves a couple of kills, and now they're going to come over with Boca. He does have that Crippling Fear. There's going to be the Silence as well as the Void. They've got the Remnant out, but the Telekinesis comes through from Demons. That'll save his life. OP not going in. Fade Bolt thrown for good measure. And IG, they'll have to back off. So it was a rotation coming towards Invoker to kind of catch up OP down by 200 gold. But a good rotation comes out from CDEC with the Rubik, and Demons kind of saves the day. So 3-1 still. Actually, I thought Boca was getting got on, but he's got those phase boots. He's going for the Midas next. Just sitting in this jungle farming as much as he can. As we take a look over mid, there's the Telekinesis out. He's going to try and remnant away. He just does get far enough, but he's back with that X marks the spot and avoids it with the Sleight of Fist. That is a oh god, a nice move from IG. Yes, I was looking. It's a word stuck in my head. What can I say? So Q Burning are going to get chased down just a bit by Sep with that Aphotic Shield. It'll burst out on Burning, but with the Healing Ward, he should be okay. So we take a look over XSS, level 6, but does not have RP just yet. Went 3 in a Shockwave, 2 in Empower, 1 in Skewer. And now going to be going for the Arcane Boots. Should be going for a Blink next, as they'll try to open up the opportunity for the Blink RP to start going in as a team on CDEC. So Frostbite comes out, pops that Aphotic Shield. And smoked up is Demons. Not going to be spotted by this Night Stalker Baboka. So Sep, now at level 7, should be okay in this lane. 4 in Aphotic Shield, 2 in Curse of Avernus, and 1 in that ult. And really no fear of being killed again. If anything, he should be able to just heal back up. The Aphotic Shield will eat most of the damage. And IG, they're just going to be looking to get burning some farm up here as he's got that phase boots. And he's looking for the Yasha next. Sep, he's doing okay in terms of farm, 2,500 net worth. We take a look over at OP, who's sitting at 3,200. Now 700 behind this Invoker. Shade, who's got that Midas farming pretty well. You know, he's third in the net worth, only 100 behind this Ursa, who him and himself has been farming well as well. Yeah, I guess that sentence works. Phase Boots coming out for him. He's got 1,900 gold saved up, so should be looking towards that Morbid Mask as well as the full buyout on his next item. And XSS, he's been just kind of struggling a little bit with farm. Does have Arcane Boots. There's Nighttime, or Darkness used. He's going to get that Void out as well as the Crippling Fear. This Rubik's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The Silence is continuing to go. They've got an Omni Slash out on June. That'll get the kill. The Telekinesis is going to throw back Baboka, but this is Nighttime. Demons, I am sorry, sir, but throwing him far enough back is not an answer. And Baboka, with that nice Void, will get themselves a second kill on IG, now 5-1. And they're actually going to make their way over mid. They're looking for more. They've got the invisibility on Q. They're looking for the Frostbite. They will get it. Crippling Fear comes out on the Invoker, as well as the Remnant from OP. The Torrent's only going to hit on Baboka. They're continuing to work. They're continuing to try and get Shade. He's going to use that Deafening Blast. They'll stop Baboka in his tracks, as well as the Aphotic Shield. Sunstrike, boom, on the money for Baboka, or for Shade on Baboka. And they'll get the kill for CDEC and turn it around on IG. They had a good opportunity to get a kill on Invoker, even had the Crippling Fear of the Void, but coming in with a big rotation was Sep to get that Aphotic Shield out on the Invoker, and the Deafening Blast coming out on Night Stalker just in time. So Flyby gets a kill. He's got that Blink Dagger already. And he actually had enough gold to just go for that in full, and now picking up the Morbid Mask. So he shows it off by killing off that Crystal Maiden. And it's going to put CDEC ahead by quite a bit in terms of items and mobility. And not the net worth. The net worth is 2,000 in favor of IG, but that's all due to the nice farming of Burning and the couple of kills he got. Take a look over. 3-man smoke coming in from QOP and Baboka. Let's see if they can do anything with this. They're going to come over, and first they're going to meet up with Demons if they can make a play. Showing himself top is going to be XSS. He's going to use that RP, and now the Torrent's going to follow it up. It's going to hit on this Magnus, and they're continuing to hit down on XSS. They'll get themselves a kill, and they will get the Blade Fury to get the return kill on Flyby. Included in that is OP, getting the Remnant jumps forward onto Demons to get themselves a second. So they do lose XSS, but he uses the RP, locks down the Ursa long enough for IG to turn this around and go 2 for 1 and get that Ursa killed off, which is a nice big kill for IG. So their lead was about 2,500, does shift all the way back to 1,500, and Midas just about finished for Baboka. That should push him a little bit further. Get him more XP, get him more gold, and be nice and happy with that boost, especially with the opportunity to get some kills in this second night. So Shade and June get a kill down low, not going to be on the screen. Apologies. And you take a look at IG, and they're definitely in certain spots they struggle to get some kills, especially if this Abaddon continues to farm as okay as he has. You know, he's going to be going for that Midas, going to boost him up with a bit more gold and XP, and let's see if he does work towards that Radiance. Take a look over up top. Demon's not actually level 6 yet. He's got himself boots and really nothing else to his name, but that's because he sits bottom of the net worth, and the man we should be looking at is Shade, who's picked himself up that Yule. So he's going to be going for that Yule's, and the Ags is going to come in next, and that's where Shade's going to be hitting that nice boost in power. That's what IG needs to worry about. They're, you know, not the most aggressive team early on, but neither is CDEC with the Invoker. They do have the early aggression of Flyby with the Ursa, but they're happy to sit back, let Shade get that farm, work towards that Ags, and hit that power spike. You're going to look towards bottom and possibly look to go in on OP. The Blink's there with the Earthshock, just going to force him to Remnant out, and that makes Flyby have this lane all by his lonesome. So it forces back OP. And OP, he's looking for a Blink Dagger of his own, and pushing him back is going to stutter that farm for just a moment. So, take a look over. June, he's going for the Midas also. And Kunkka, he's one of those heroes that, you know, starts in that 4 position spot, just trying to be there with the X marks the spot, the Torrents, just trying to be a utility hero of such to get that chase on to IG. But from there, if he gets that Midas, he can kind of flow more into a core, and we've seen it a couple times. If given the opportunity, Kunkka, you know, he'll pick himself up a Crystallis and really start to work his way towards actually becoming a core on CDC, which is nice. They've got the Invoker, who's looking for that Ags next. That'll be a boost to CDC's team fight. They've got the Blink Dagger out on Ursa, and he's looking for a BKB next. So if they can find themselves a couple of kills here on CDC, that should be a pretty good return and start for them, and not really a start as it's already 16 minutes, and there they come with the Remnant as well as the Crippling Fear that's going to come out, already get them one on Kunkka. Kunkka is dead, but now on the return they're going to get Q. They're looking for more Invoker. They're going to chase him down. The Fable comes through as well as the kill taken by Shade. They're going to get the Skewer in with the big RP on too, but no real follow-up from IG as Flyby, he just says, alright, you come to me and I'll take you out. So they take him out, and now the return kill is there for Burning. Burning's got himself another one. The Aphotic Shield has popped on this Abaddon, who's already used that ult. So Sep getting very low. The Blade Fury tip just hits, just the tip, and they'll get themselves another. So IG, they actually make this fight pretty well worth it by taking out the Invoker, Ursa, and Abaddon. I'm pretty sure they took the Kunkka out earlier in that fight. So it's a 3-for-4 trade. And Burning as well as OP are going to take the bulk of those kills. So a fight that started up top. We had OP come in from the top. It was a smoke play that CDC just started. They just smoked up. They wanted, this is all if I had replay, of course. They all wanted to make the move over towards mid as they knew IG was sitting there, but the Remnant came through. They got the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains, and that's where it all kind of changed. The Skewer RP was enough to lock down Flyby despite giving up his life, so XSS, you can't be too upset about that. So, OP, he's got himself Yules. He'll be going for Blink Dagger. He's gone Veil, so that magic damage is going to be out for Ember Spirit. They do take that Aegis with ease, as nobody on IG came over even a touch to think about going that way. Take a look over at Q. He's looking for that 4-staff next. He's level 4, so 4 in the Arcane Aura is pretty nice for IG. Get that little extra mana back on an early Juggernaut to get that healing ward out, or have enough for a Blade Fury to escape. it's something little, but something that most people don't really think about, especially with burning with that limited mana, as well as Ember Spirit 806, not terribly much, especially with the Remnants. But now they're going to get this Yules in. Shade going to be looking for a kill on OP. He's going to use that Sleight Fist and Searing Chains. That'll be enough to get him the Remnant out. Meanwhile, Sepp and Flyby as well as Junior here mid. They're going to take this Tier 1 tower. And no retaliation is going to come in from IG, and for all the right reasons. They know that Flyby's got that Aegis, and already he's a tough target to kill. So we take a look up top. Burning, he's got that Diffusal Blade. He'll be looking for a blink of his own, and Midas not finished just yet on June, but CDEC, they're going to look to get themselves a smoke play. Baboka kind of runs into their hands. The Earthshock is there as well as the Telekinesis and the Fade Bolt. He'll use his ult before he dies, but Baboka is easy food for Flyby. So 11-9 in favor of IG, but we take a look at this net worth, and it's just about even. So coming over is XSS, but making the rotation is Flyby. He's already TP'd in. Burning going to try and get out. He's getting hit up very hard by Flyby. Luckily, he's already TPing out, and he'll be able to escape. Meanwhile, over mid, Q's here with OP. They're going to spot Shade. And Shade just going to Yules him up, keep himself safe, but he is standing nearby, and that'll push off IG from this mid Tier 1.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So the game pretty even after 20 kills, 9-11 in favor of IG. And the net worth, I know we just looked at it, but it is back to even, and that's something good for CDEC, as we've got this Ags in full out for Invoker, and now we take a look over at Ursa, who's got that blink, and now the BKB finished here too. Kunkka still looking for that Midas. So coming around the bend is going to be Baboka, but nobody really there to go in with them. They're starting to ping out Burning to try and get this kill. They're looking over. Sepp continuing to walk that way. Burning has been spotted, but nobody comes over just yet, as Q making his rotation, as well as Baboka just in the jungle nearby. But meanwhile, up top is going to be XSS, and that's what they rely on the RP to make these fights really worth it for IG. So Burning finished with that Manta, has the Diffusal Blade and Blink. Farming very well, top of the net worth at 12,600, but right behind him is Shade, who's been right there with him, 3-1, 185 and 27. Nobody's really bothered him in terms of IG looking for a couple of kills, and they're going to wait out this Aegis and then hope to possibly move in on CDEC. And IG, they're kind of content with farming. Ember Spirit's going to get himself those next couple of items. He's got that Boots of Travel, Yule's Veil, so he's looking pretty solid. Oh, God. He's looking pretty nice. Now you guys got me thinking about it, too. He's looking pretty nice with those items, and Flame Guard actually taken by Demons. Meanwhile, they get the boat off on June. Or boat's going to be used by June just to keep himself alive, as OP did come over, and he does have that double damage, so you're going to have to use that rum just to walk out. Alright, deep breath, and never using that word again. There we go. It's out of my vocabulary until the next time I use it. Thank you guys for making me super self-aware about it, though. Really do appreciate that. So they are coming on over as 4. Should be a smoke play from IG, and there it is. It's a smoke as 4. IG, they've got the Empower on Burning as well as XSS, and they're going to be looking to get themselves a nice Blink RP. they can find something on... Ooh, they're actually going to go on Abaddon. Get the Omni Slash through. Sep's going to be taken out. Now they're looking towards Demons. There's the Remnants in, as well as the Searing Chains, but in a bit of trouble is going to be OP. They've got the Sunstrike avoided with the Remnant out. There's the ulti used by Crystal Maiden. Going to be huge on a couple of these heroes on CDEC. They've already taken out 3. They're looking for more in Shade, but he's going to use that Ghost Walk just to get the escape. Meanwhile, blinking out is going to be the Ursa, so 3-0 on IG. They'll take the fight, they'll take the gold. And Burning gets himself a couple of kills in that exchange. And they'll continue to push on forward and look for a tier 2 here as well. So the push capabilities from IG are very much impressive, just because of the sheer fact that they have in power on these melee heroes like OP on the Ember Spirit, as well as Burning on the Juggernaut. They take a tier 1, they take a tier 2, and with that, they're just going to back away and maybe make a rotation towards top to catch out Shade. Shade's going to be over in the trees, no Sleight of Fist or anything to try and scout him out, as Ember Spirit did not TP up top, just Burning an XSS. But it's now 13-9, and with that team fight, IG take a bit of a lead at 3,000 net worth. So Basher finished for Juggernaut. Let's see if Burning does go straight for that Abyssal Blade. He's got the Diffusal Blade charges down to 4, and we took a look over at XSS. He's got that Midas as well, and then he's going to pick up that Blink Dagger, and now coming over is a 3-man smoke is going to be CDEC. They're going to come in with the Earthshock as well as the Telekinesis and Fade Bolt with the boat, the Torrent, and they threw quite a bit at him. Very unnecessary, but they get the kill nonetheless, and they take out XSS for 43 seconds. So not bad movement from CDEC. They know that they've just given up a 3-0 exchange, so they got to get 1 back at least, and they'll get 1 in the Magnus, who is a core on the side of IG, but still behind that Night Stalker, who, kind of like a Kunkka, you know, starts that game in a 4 spot, but as time goes on, he's a lot more effective and becomes more of a core, and that's what they get. So TPing down the bottom is going to be Sep showing himself, but this is showing himself to the entire side of IG. Going to use the Sleight of Fist, not going to use those Searing Chains just yet. And let's see what they're going to do. He actually did use those Searing Chains. I'm not too sure it did hit, and there's the Sleight of Fist again. Here come the rotations. I'm just not too sure IG want to stick by. And the Tornado already thrown out. It's actually going to hit on the Crystal Maiden, the Sleight of Fist, as well as the Searing Chains. Burning going to jump on in. And now with the Blade Fury, he's going to back out for just a moment. There's the Urn, as well as the Frostbite out onto this Ursa flyby. IG, they might still look to go in as they're slowly pinching away. There's the RP on 2, but the Torrent, or the Eul is actually going to hit. They're going to get the Omni Slash. They've already taken out the Ursa, so they're going to continue in for more. Burning's going to go in with the Blade Fury. He's going to try and take out June. June's going to be the second victim to fall. They're looking for more in this Abaddon as the Crystal Maiden ulti comes out, but doesn't last too long as the Omni Slash is used by Demons. That's going to be one that's stolen. The Tornado rocks 3 in the house for IG, but they are looking to get themselves a kill. Meanwhile, it's going to be another on Demons as Burning gets a kill, and it's a 3-for-1 exchange for IG. So IG work well, just ticking away at CDEC, back and forth, until finally they felt that they had an opening, and that's when they got the RP out on 2. They took the Ursa out just like that, and now Burning. And Sep does TP over, and Sep is going to have that Solar Crest going for the Radiance next. So double damage for Burning. He's going to try and finish off that Abyssal Blade in full. And if he finds someone, it could definitely be trouble, as he hits pretty hard at this moment in time. 161 plus 275 is going to be 436. So they heal up at Shrine. Is there a smoke? Smoke is available on Crystal Maiden. They're going to look to keep the pressure on. There's the ulti used by Baboka. They might look to go in onto this Ursa, who is in this Roche pit. They do get the Searing Chains out on 2. Ursa might be in a little bit of trouble. The Torrent's going to come through, but nobody blinked in. Flyby already very low, and here comes Burning. The BKB is popped by Flyby as well as the ult. That's just to get him out. But now there's a Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains coming out on Demons, who's stolen that blade here. He's going to keep himself alive for just a little bit longer, and that's not going to be enough. But a Tornado comes in on 2. That's going to be a Chaos Meteor thrown his way. Shade's going to be used up, and now it looks as though the Torrent's going to hit. He's behind anybody. A huge RP is going to come through on CDEC. They've lost 3, 4, and now they're looking to lose Sep. Sep's only alive because of that ulti, but a huge ulti from both the Crystal Maiden as well as XSS on that Magnus. They'll get the entire team wipe and lose nothing for it. So a huge play from IG. It looked as though CDEC had set up for something to turn this fight around, but instead, in comes the big bad Magnus with the huge RP to the rest of the side of CDEC, and they clean up. Wow. IG cleaning up heavily, and with that, they're going to take the Aegis, they're going to put it on Burning. They might look to seal the deal right now. They've got tier 3s open on mid and bottom. They're looking towards this tier 2 top. IG, everything just going right for them right now, and these team fights have just been on point.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
So IG, and we're still on Crystal Maiden's items, looking at the fact that she's got another smoke, but let's take a look. Night Stalker with the Ags and the gem. XSS, he's got himself a 4-staff. He'll be looking for the Yules next. The RP is right there for him, and that might be what they're waiting for to go in on this fight. And Burning, he's got the Aegis and Abyssal Blade in full with another Diffusal Blade coming out his way. But now they're going to look to get this Invoker Shade. The boat comes on through, Burning in a little bit of trouble as he's already at half health. They're going to look to get something with the Sleight of Fist as well as the Searing Chains. The Blade Fury comes out on Shade as well as the Remnant forward. Burning getting very low. BKB, the Manta split. They're going to pop the Aegis. So now waiting on the side, hoping to get something is going to be XSS, but he does not have RP for 14 seconds. So they get the Sleight of Fist, they get the Searing Chains, they get the Frostbite out on Flyby. They're still looking for it. 4 seconds left. And I don't know if CDC are going to realize this, but they're going to try and blink in. There's Flyby going to look for something on OP. He's going to continue to go in. The Omnislash is through on Flyby. Flyby in a little bit of trouble, and he gets lucky with the bounces, but he's still going to be taken out. There's the Skewer. They've got 2 around. The Kunkka is going to be dead next. Sep, he's trying to run away. He's got that Aphotic Shield, but the rest of IG are going to try and scope out Sep. As now Demons is looking for that Omnislash. There's the Sunstrike going to be off the mark as the Telekinesis not in time. They're continuing to go in as there's the ulti thrown by Crystal Maiden, but the Torrent's going to stop that immediately. Q's going to go down, and now it looks as though they're continuing on from IG as they take out 4 on CDEC. So a huge team fight now, 26-13. CDEC, they are just hanging on by a thread as they are losing their tier 3s mid, or tier 3, singular. They're going to lose their racks as well. Kunkka dead for 31 seconds. Ursa not going to buy back just yet. There's the Sunstrike coming in on Burning. That's going to do a little bit of damage. Trying to go for that Blink. Skewers XSS. Not going to find it. They're still going to head in for racks. And let's see if IG stick around, because if they can get another kill on Ursa, they don't actually have RP. If they can get another kill on Ursa, that could just be the end of the game. So with the tier 3, with half a racks, set a racks down, they're going to take that Shrine bottom. They already lost the Aegis, so maybe IG just want to sit back for now, but the farming capabilities are all there for our IG with the Empower out on these melee heroes, OP and Burning. Take a look over. Oh boy, right in their face is the Ursa. Here comes the Abyssal Blade. He's going to use that BKB, but how much longer is it going to last? Papoka are going to try and get in with the body box. There's the Earth Shock, and just like that, Ursa is dead again. So, another kill going the way of IG. IG, they're going to take out another Shrine. CDC, they're just in so much trouble right now. Tornado comes out on OP. That'll hit with the Torrent. Still locked down. X marks the spot. Not going to be there as Lincoln Sphere on OP is going to save his life. But IG still looking to make a statement. Still trying to kill these towers, these racks, these heroes, and finish off this game 1 as IG, they've got that healing ward. Solar Crest comes in, both negative and positive, putting him back to even for Burning. IG just continuing to work at this tier 3 top. And let's see, are CDEC even going to fight? They've just continually gotten kited around. And now Abaddon just trying to be the front line or trying to tank it all up as he does have that Radiance. There's the Blink in as well as the big 2-man RP. Skewer comes out on 3. The Tornado comes through. Shade trying to do something with that boat, following it up. XSS in a little bit of trouble. He's going to force F himself away, and now it looks as though IP might be in a little bit of trouble. That's OP, not IP. And now Flyby, he's going to use that BKB trying to turn it around on Burning. Burning getting very low. He doesn't have himself in ages. They've turned it around. They've got themselves one. They're looking for OP. Stuck in that ice wall. They're continuing to hit away at him. There's the Remnant up top, but not enough space. And they'll take out both Burning and OP. And now they're actually looking for more. As Crystal Maiden, I don't know what you're doing there, but you, sir, are a goner. So CDEC, they hold relatively well. Thank you. There we go, fight recap. Look at all those skills used. Of course, every single one is listed on fight recap, but it is, more importantly, 5480 net worth going the way of CDEC. So you take a look at the net worth, it was 20,000 in favor of IG, and now they're actually looking for more. XSS might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Cold Snap, as well as the Tornado coming through on XSS. The Chaos Meteor is thrown out. The Yules is used by XSS, but not going to be enough, as he is going to be taken out by the Deafening Blast in the last hits of Shade. So they're going to continue to push bottom. CDEC, despite being down 20,000 net worth, and of course that all comes with a contingency plan of not dying, because that's really where CDEC are going to falter, because they're so far behind. One death to any of these heroes might be it. They really need to keep this pressure on, take these tier 2s out on all sides, and look to just continue to take team fights. It wouldn't be a bad idea to just defend that high ground, as they did it so successfully in the last exchange. So it's quite interesting to see a team like CDEC, now down 15,000 net worth, feel like they're kind of just on the hinge, or on the fringe. There's the word, not hinge. They're on the fringe of coming back into this game. And it's just, you see these comebacks not too often, but when they happen, you can kind of see them revving up. And this is the point where CDEC, they're starting to find themselves. Of course, this Kunkka hasn't exactly gotten into that 4 position like I thought he would, but the Ursa getting caught out a couple times is, again, not amazing, but he's going to be looking for an MKB and then probably finish off that Abyssal Blade into or finish off that Basher into an Abyssal Blade. So if he gets those 2 items, he's a scary guy up against this IG team, and already Shade showing his true power on this Invoker. He's been quite scary for IG here too, despite IG having a 15,000 gold lead. So it really just makes you wonder if CDEC can pull this out. And I love the underdog story. I love the comeback story. I mean, let's take a look as Golden State had a 3-1 lead. Atlanta 28-3. IG 20,000 net worth. Are they the same? No. But they're still all comeback stories, aren't they? So let's get back into the game. Stop this nonsense rambling. We take a look over. The Juggernaut Butterfly is out, as well as the Abyssal Blade Mantis Style and Diffusal Blade Baboka. He's got himself Ag still with the BKB at this point in time. But again, we kind of saw IG at their top, and it wasn't enough to break through the Great Wall of CDEC. And that wasn't an intentional play on their nationality. So Demons, he's got himself Blink as well as a Gem. Flyby, again, like we said, he's going for that MKB. You'd hope he saves for buyback, which he'll be 600, 700 gold short. So IG do have some time, if they do take a fight and win it, to maybe seal the deal. And CDEC, they kind of feel this. They kind of know that their opportunity is here at high ground. They're waiting for IG to come in, and maybe IG, they're just going to wait for the next Roche, wait for that next Aegis, in which CDEC can't exactly fight, because they can't risk the fact of losing a fight at the Roche pit, which is a very good bottleneck opportunity for XSS to get a good RP off. So CDC know they have to be careful and kind of know that their fight is near base, and if they want to get risky, they'll make the play towards Roche, which is up in just a moment. And with double damage here for burning, it should be a quick one. They're actually just going to go for the double damage and the play. Let's see if CDC can hold high ground. They're smoked up on IG. They're going to come through mid flyby. He's actually sitting forward. Not too sure if this is the best spot for him, as he's going to be blunk on as well as that skewer. They're going to get the Abyssal Blade off. The BKB is there for flyby. There's going to be the Tornado. The Omni Selection's on flyby. He's got no buyback just like that. They've taken out the Ursa. They're looking for more. They're going to get the Yules out onto Shade. He's very low. He's silenced up with a Crippling Fear. The RP comes through on one, and that's only going to be the Kunkka, but that's all they need, is they've already taken out Shade. They've taken out this Ursa, and now the Tornado comes through again, but they've already lost Demons and June. So they're trying to turn it around, but IG, they've still got 5 up, and CDC, they're looking from the outside in with 2 up, Invoker and the Abaddon. So that's top racks dead, mid racks gone, and Sep, you may be added to this list as they're trying to come in. There it is, Crippling Fear comes down onto the Tornado, flies in as well. He gets to the low ground, but silenced up with the Searing Chains. There's the ulti going to be popped on Sep. Yule's up one more time. They're still trying to take him out. He's a hard target to kill, but let's heal him up anyway, just to take it all away. 98 seconds on the sideline, and with that, CDEC will call GG. They've had enough. IG will take this game 1, and then ultimately look to finish the game and series off in game 2. I thought maybe CDEC would do it. I really, truly did. Yeah, I don't know. I thought CDEC had it. I love the underdog story. Love to see those kind of comebacks, but IG had different plans. They like to ruin my fun and take game 1. So 33-17, that's 50 kills for all you guys who have the over-under. Yeah. And let's take a look at this scoreboard real quick, as we do see top of the net worth burning 30,000 net worth, and next up OP 22,000. So those 2 cores above anybody on CDC, and that's really where the difference came. You had the Abyssal Blade, the Butterfly, the Diffusal level 2. Burning was really farming his heart out, and 19-1. He's just doing. He just did amazing. I want to say he did pretty well, but that is an understatement hugely on Burning, who went 19-1-8. So he did very well. We'll see if they repeat this performance coming into game 2, not tier 2, and if CDEC are smart enough to ban out that Magnus. It wasn't a huge factor, but when he got those big-time RPs, that's really where the fights turned around. So CDEC got to be weary of that. And with that, we'll be back with Game 2 in just a moment. I'm your caster, BCOP, BKOP, and at BCOP92 on Twitter, spelled the same way, except with 92 at the end. So we'll be back in just a moment. Thank you guys for watching. Any criticism is always open and welcome. Thank you guys for watching.